This is the plaintiff, Harvey Alpert. He says he left his car at the defendant's repair shop because he was having problems with the clutch, and one of his guys crashed it into a fence, ruining his brand new bumper. His inept workers also broke his power window switch and heater, and they refused to do anything about it. So he's suing for the $2,725 it's going to cost him to fix his car. This is the defendant, Adam Shalmoni. He says the plaintiff's one of those very annoying customers you come across sometimes in his line of work. The man's trying to blame every little thing that's wrong with his 1993 car on him, and is trying to get him to fix it for free. Well, he's been in business for many years. He needs to make money and isn't going to be taken advantage of by the likes of the plaintiff. So here they are. He's accused of causing damage.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket. The plaintiff left his car at the defendant's repair shop for clutch problems, and an employee damaged it. But the defendant says it's a 93 for crying out loud. It's the case of clutch player.
Mr. Alpert, you are suing Mr. Shalmani and Mazel Tov Auto Care for $2,720, what a great name, for $2,725 in car repairs and additional costs that you've had incurred that you say is his fault. Tell me what happened.
I brought my car in for a clutch. Well, I have 30 years history with his father.
Okay.
And never questioned anything, except when he called me annoying just now. I was very perturbed that his father sent me out with a new clutch. It didn't go into the first gear. So we brought it back, rectified the situation, took care of the problem. He took it out, dropped my engine. It was easier
Well, he took what out?
The clutch. It was easier for them to drop the engine. When we put back the car together, I noticed that the engine light is always on. Okay, no big deal. I said, I'll see him in a couple of weeks. A couple of weeks turned into a couple of months, just personal things. I went back. His father sent me to another shop. He says he has the machine. It's a special electronic
Diagnostic
thing.
machine that'll tell you what's wrong.
Right. I went there. He said the car is too old.
Well, how old is the car?
The one that he had was a 93, but it's a stunning car. It's
a 1993 MR2, which is a customized Toyota that looks like a Ferrari. Do you have a picture of it?
Yes.
Can I see it?
How did you know that?
No, I read it.
Oh, okay.
1993. It's older than my marriage. And I've been married a long, long time.
It's older than some of the women I date.
There you go. Oh, that's pathetic, though. So you take it to the next place, or to the place that they tell you to take it to, and what happens?
He said he doesn't work on it. I stayed there. He looked at it. He says, I don't have that machine. Only goes up to a certain year.
Right.
He says, all right, we'll take care of it. You'll bring it in when you have the time. Another few months elapsed. You know, his schedule, my life.
How much time has passed now since the time that they fixed your clutch?
Maybe 7 or 8 months.
Okay.
I leave the car there. It's an arrangement we had for years. He'd take care of it. I come back.
Tell me what happens when you come back with the car 8 months later. Are we still trying to figure out what the check engine light is?
No, because at that point, I knew that there was nothing he could do. So not only that, I picked up the car and I went in the car, and you know there's a sliding lever to make it's a variable for the thermos, for the temperature in the car,
okay.
Hot, cold.
Uh-huh.
I go in there and the piece is broken. I'm with somebody else and they said, gee, what's that on the floor? Electronic power windows. They have a little button each one. The two of the buttons were on the floor and the unit was out. One thing had nothing to do with another. I can't figure out for the like of me what did that have to do with my clutch and looking at the light.
Neither can I.
So I went to the shop.
So I'm trying to figure out, yes, I am now trying to figure out why you're suing him. What did he do wrong?
He broke the things I mentioned. To make it worse, after I see all these pieces, I start walking back to see his father, and his father's got the attitude, and as I'm walking towards his father, I look, it's a customized car. The bumper was brand spanking new. I saw 3 cracks in it, and I said, right there, I said, you went into that fence. It matched up, the lines matched up.
To an old fence?
A fence on his property. One of his pseudo mechanics backed it up.
How do you know the things you are saying?
Because I went back and I looked at it and I said, look, I said, there's the orange paint.
Do you have a picture of what you're saying?
No, I don't have that picture.
What are you suing them for? You're suing them for the rear bumper because you believe it was damaged in their care. The sensor, $285 for a sensor. The heater slide piece, you notice it. So when you go into the car on the street while you're still right in front of his property, you notice the heater button broken or whatever?
Yes.
And do you walk back in to tell them that?
Yes, and when I walked back in to talk to him,
That's
I saw
when you
the
noticed the
bumper is
bumper?
also. It was like one thing after another. I got my car back worse than when I brought it in.
What's going on? Let me hear your version of this.
I don't know
Okay,
what that
stop.
was
Go
about.
ahead. Let me hear your version.
There's no really type of version because I'm trying to understand it until today. We do take his car all the time. And every time he brings the car, he leaves it for a month because he has kind of health issues. But since we've known him for a long time, and his father, we know him for a long time, we used to leave the car, no storage, no nothing. We used to leave it by us.
No storage fees.
No storage fees. So when he brings the car for the clutch, we did the clutch. And when he took it, he said that the heater wasn't working.
Back then?
After we did the clutch.
Way back, which was 8 months earlier.
Yeah, that's because right after that, we don't remember any problem.
And what does he say?
And he says the heater doesn't work and the window locks don't work.
That the knob is off or that the heater doesn't work?
He said that the heater wasn't working. But if he's saying that it's broken, I won't make a big issue because we were I wanted to fix it. We
Right.
said, don't worry about it, bring it, because we were good friends. And then he said also something with the window switch. So we were willingly able to fix it, but he took it, and like he said, that he goes and comes back and goes and comes back, and he says a couple of months all the time passes. And then he bought a new car, and he wants me to fix the new car.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
After he filed the lawsuit?
Yeah.
After he filed the lawsuit, he wants you to fix a new car?
I think while he's doing that, he's telling me, I want you to fix the new car, put everything that you owe me for this, which I still don't know why.
Oh, like to settle this dispute?
Settle this on the new car.
Okay.
So he didn't give me the option of even fixing the old one.
And he told you he wanted how much worth of repairs on the new car?
Me, I was the jury that was supposed to said $2,500. Now saying $2,700. And if I wouldn't stop here, I think it would go way over that.
So, would you ever drive or buy a 1993 custom Toyota?
No, I would not.
Because?
Too much risk and too much maintenance on the car.
What's the oldest model that you would feel comfortable with?
2016?
Pardon me?
2016?
2016, he said.
16? Dude, you're not like Donald Trump or anything. Come on.
Not yet.
Huh?
Not yet.
Not yet. Hey, I like that. I like the confidence going inside the courtroom.
So, what evidence do you have that the heater slide piece is $650?
I had it fixed.
May I see it?
Sure.
And the power windows that was $575.
Installed, I believe that
May I
was
see the proof of that too?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
From his shop, that's where I went. And I needed heat.
Do you have pictures of the bumper?
No, the bumper was
Okay,
brand
so
new.
you say they damaged a
They
bumper.
put
They
the
say
car-
no, they didn't. And then
They
you
put
say they damaged the heater slide. They say we don't think we did, but we might have, so we would have fixed it. But then why didn't you fix it?
You didn't bring the car back. Bring it to me,
I
I'll fix
couldn't
it.
keep going, but I was making a career out of taking care of
But
this
he's
car.
there that day when he's angry about the bumper and stuff, right?
The bumper came afterwards in the letter.
By phone?
Yes. That was
He
not-
didn't
nothing
mention the
do
bumper
it.
to you in person?
I was talking to him on the phone only about the heater and the window switch. That was it. When it started to get to legal documents, I don't know what he wanted to get from me, but then I started seeing that it's continuing and he wants more and more and more. I had to stop it. and
How'd
say-
your father take this?
He was upset because we used to go on the yacht with his father as a kid. So I used to love doing that. After his father passed away, we just took care of his car. And I don't know, it's not a spanking new car, but just because of family matters, we used to take care of it. And when it got to this point, I don't know where to draw the line no more.
Is there anything that you did with the clutch that would have anything to do with the windows?
Definitely not with the windows. I don't even think about the heater, but since he's saying that it was, anything that a customer tells us, we normally
What
try
about
to
the
help
bumper?
out. Definitely not.
Okay. So you say did to, did not.
Okay.
And I have no picture of the bumper, no picture of the fence lined up with the bumper that you say was the aha moment that you saw. I have no indication from a mechanic that something they did with the clutch broke the power windows. I just see that your power windows are broken on a 23-year-old car. I have you almost conceding that it's quite possible that the heater piece was your problem. I also don't have a mechanic saying they broke the sensor fixing the clutch. I just have you saying that.
His father said, as I was on the station, he was saying, let him yell, let him go. He was saying, let him take the car someplace else.
The father was saying that?
His father.
Yeah.
Let him take it somewhere. Nobody wants to work.
He's sick of you. You're blaming him for everything wrong with the 23-year-old car.
I brought a clutch. Wouldn't you be? I brought a clutch in.
No, absolutely.
Well, I brought the clutch in, and they sent me out without a first gear.
So here's what we've got. Okay, the heater slide, I'm with you. I think he's with you on that. He would rather have fixed it himself, so it cost him $0, but things didn't work out well between you guys. You had to pay to get that fixed. I'm gonna order them to pay you what you paid to get that fixed. But everything else that you're talking about, you do not have proof that they caused, and I'm not gonna award you. I am going to award you, however, the $650 verdict for the plaintiff. Thank you.
So the plaintiff is awarded a small portion of what he was seeking. Mr. Shalamone, the defendant has just come out. How do you feel about what the judge just ordered?
I'm very happy.
You're happy?
I would rather me fix it, but
Right.
it is what it is, and I'm happy with the judgment.
You seem like a very reasonable guy, and you keep talking about this friendship. You're good friends of a long period of time. What has this done to your friendship with him?
I guess we're going to figure out afterwards.
You're still willing to be friends?
All the time. I mean, we know
But you
him
don't
for a
want him
long time.
bugging you all the time for everything,
Not all the
right?
time.
Well, I think everybody can understand that. Thank you so much.
All right, no problem.
Officer McIntosh is waiting for you. And here comes Mr. Alpert, the defendant, or rather the plaintiff on his way out of the courtroom. Mr. Alpert, you're smiling. You know, I'm interested in this friendship. You obviously had a really great relationship with him for a long time.
Well, like they say, cars and people and friendships don't last forever. I find it near impossible to retain a friendship feeling like I was done wrong.
So you're thinking it's over as far as you're concerned, right?
Pretty
You're not
much.
going back again with your
No,
car?
I wish him well. I have no ill feelings at this point.
Okay.
Let him get on with his life as I will with mine.
Good enough. All right. Thank you very much. Officer McIntosh has some documents for you to sign that way. Harvey, talk to us.
So just a tip, every state has something called like a Bureau of Automotive Repair, something like that. And you can call them and they might be able to help resolve your dispute short of going to court.